this afternoon's coloring edition. We are actually outside around the campfire. So grab your pencils, get your books, and let's start coloring. Give me just a moment here to get my camera set up here, and we will get started. Hello, Callie. No, my baby Callie. I need you to get down, baby. I need you to get down. Go on now. So let me get this going here so y'all can see my coloring and the fire at the same time. Let's see if we can zoom out a little. No, of course not. I think that'll work. Let me see here. Yeah, that'll work all right. We got the fire going. It's not going too hot right now. It is a little warm out here today, but we're only in the 80s. So I've got the fan going on me, so if you hear that noise, that's what that is. Again, I am outside, so you might hear people working in their yard, or the train going by, or something of that, neighborhood sounds. All right. When we started in this book on May 27th, we first started with Sunnyvale Acorn, and I did that because I wanted to do these sunflowers. Move it up there a little bit so maybe you can see it a little bit better. There we go. I have a tendency to work down off the page, so let me know in the chat if you, for some reason, you can't see me. And then we started at the front, and this was Ancient Oaks Academy. And the background on how to do that is on my channel. Then we did Autumn Ridge Acres. Cute little piece. Then we did the Blazing Barrens fireside, and we actually did draw the campfire out by the campfire. We colored that in there. Not draw, we colored it in there. Then last week we finished up Bumble's Abode with all the pretty wisteria. So fun, so cute. And of course Spot. I don't know who Spot is, but I'm guessing that's Bumble. And today we're going Camp Equinox or Equinox, depending on how you pronounce it. Let me get the clip on the book here. And then we'll get started. Now, I generally tend to work left to right most of the time. So let's go ahead and get started and put in the camp sign to start with. Grab out a few pencils here. Oops. Let's start with a little dark brown. I hope wherever you're at today, you're having a beautiful day. And yes, there are always bugs. I'm outside. What do you expect? I love coloring outside though. Now, I have been sick, so if I cough, I apologize. I was diagnosed with pneumonia recently. See, there we go. And I'm not quite over it yet. Let me get a drink. All right. And we're just putting it in the darkest darks right now. Because it looks like a wooden sign to me, so we'll make it look like wood. Go away, fly. You're not invited to our coloring session today. Oh, pardon me. We're going to come in with a little chocolate. I love this color. Oh, do pardon me. I am so sorry. What a throat. We're just going to darken it up a little bit. Add a little bit of happy color here. I love this brown. If you notice, I use a real light touch with my colored pencils. Maybe you have a darker touch. That's okay. I tend to go very light. I let the pencils do the work. When I want more color, I just add more layers. Oh boy, my throat. Not cool. Ah. I didn't think it was going to be that bad out here. That's all right. We'll keep the fluids going. There we go. That's all right. Boy, I should just stop talking, I think. Pardon me for one moment. Maybe if I blow my nose, that'll help. Who knows? All right. This right here maybe looks to be a piece of wheat. We are in the fall in this book. You know, the mystical lands of Klynnadra, autumn's magic as opposed to spring magic. So let's just get a little sand. Pardon me. Do a little something like that. Maybe add in a bit of goldenrod. Of course you can color outside the lines. The lines are just a guideline. That's it. Maybe come in with a little kelp green. We don't need any bright greens. And we can take that and bring it down here to these leaves. Somebody asked me a while back if they could get a picture of my setup from the other side to show you how I've got it set up out here with the camera and everything. So I'm going to be posting that to my community page later on this afternoon. So you can see exactly what's behind the camera and where I sit when I come on Color by the Campfire. I took those pictures already, so I'll share those after a bit. You'll see part of my RV in there too. Now mind you, the RV is going to get repainted. We're not there yet. We've still got some work. I've still got some work to do. Let's bring in a little... Let me sharpen this one real quick. Warning, I'm sharpening a pencil. There we go. A little green ochre. Kind of a brownish green. Real pretty. And we're just going to blend that right out. Maybe a little on the edges here. I tell you my colors so that you know exactly the pencils I'm using. By all means, you do not have to use the same pencils I use. You don't even have to use pencils at all if you don't want to. You can let me know what your favorite medium is in the chat room or make a comment afterwards. I'd love to hear what you love to create with. I use Prismacolors. Those are my favorites. There, a little bit like that. I like that. We'll do this little leaf right here. Just using that kelp green. Kelp, kelp, K-E-L-P, kelp, like as in the ocean. There, that's good. Let's see, now we've got the mushroom. Make a little chocolate door. It's fun saying you have a pencil called chocolate. I like that. This little chocolate there. Maybe some indigo blue steps. Why not? Looks like we got a little hole here. Probably got some light coming through there. Put a little sand right there. Now, the stem of the mushroom. I gotta find my pencil. Let's do a little warm gray here. Someone said the other day that they thought I colored pretty fast, and I don't think I do. I think I color rather slow. But in a nature scene like this, I know a lot of the colors I want to use already. And after a while, if you're new, you'll get more comfortable picking out your colors too. You'll find what you like. I don't like the same colors as everybody else, you know? You learn what looks good through practice. That's how you get there. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to pick out colors. There, I like that. I think that looks like a mushroom stem. Got an airplane going overhead. Yeah, we got a few flies out here today. They're not invited to this party, though. A little bit gray underneath. And then we're going to add a little purple. And this one is Imperial Violet. I'm just going to bring that up on the mushroom itself. And I'm just making little circles with my pencil. Just little tiny overlapping circles to fill it in. It's a little tiny space that we're working in right now. And I find it's easier to make it look nice if I just use little circles. Just over and over each other. And we're going to come back around here, make it a little darker. away. Then maybe a little violet blue today. Oops, that's all right. We'll pretend it goes out that way. Oh, that's right. I forgot today's affirmation. Let's pull that out here. All right, we got to have our affirmation for today. Some women fear the fire. Some women simply become it. I like that. Are you fierce and fiery? A lot of people say I'm fiery. All right, now we're going to get out. Oh, of course, permanent red is at the bottom of my pile. Going to make the little bumps red. There we go. Now let's put in a little smoke from our smokestack. I'd imagine they're in there burning wood. A cool gray 90. Oh, put in a little smoke here. Just like around the campfire. There we go. The clouds and the background we will do later at some point. We're not going to do those today. We'll do this mushroom stem, warm gray 50. And this one too. Then we're going to make these ones a little bit of orange. And give it a little splotch of orange like that. Oh, come back here. Where are you? And a little bit of goldenrod. All right, I like that. I'm going to pull out some greens here. We're We're going to use a combination of kelp green, moss green, and dark green. We're going to put in some grass. This is moss green. A little bit of that kelp. Oh, look at the sunshine come out. Flies, you're not invited. There we go. Something like that. Now we're back to the leaf again. Grab out that green ochre. That makes a nice stem for autumn leaves. We'll bring out that moss green. And a little bit of kelp on this. There we go. I like that. Take that. Yeah, take the kelp. Bring it down a little bit. Look on the background grass here. A little dark green. Maybe just a little bit like that. A little bit of moss. Yeah, a little bit of moss. I want to make sure I'm saying the right colors. And I keep switching it up because greens in nature are not all one solid green color. And if you put variety in your greens, it'll look more natural. A little bit dark green over here. Go right back to that kelp. Get that moss back out. I often flip my colors, that's why I hold them in my hand. When I'm doing something like this, makes it easier for me. Oh, look at that sunshine. Isn't that beautiful? A little bit of that kelp. I'll switch my legs around here. One thing you don't want to do when you're coloring is stay in the same position for too long because your muscles will start to cramp up and you'll get really achy, and that's no fun. Bring in that moss green right around here. A little bit like that. Dark green. A little bit of that green ochre. We haven't seen that color for a minute. Oh, look at the sunshine. Isn't that pretty? Coming through the leaves here. I am under a big a big maple tree. I about said oak tree. We've got oak on the fire today. There's some oak in the fire. Kelp. I do try to keep my content family friendly the best I can. I want the whole family to be able to sit down and watch together. Whether that's young ones, mom needing a break, whether that's teenagers looking for something to do with their time. You know, they're on school break right now. Maybe they want to learn a trick or two. Maybe they want to sit down and color. That's awesome. Everybody is welcome around my fire. Bit of moss. A little bit of kelp. And we're going to come in on these and make them the dark green. Flies love my paper today. Tell you what. You know, coloring is supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, what are you doing? It does not have to be perfect. We're not painting masterpieces, you know, that are going to go in a museum. Maybe we want to give our pages to our friends and family, and this is good enough for that. Maybe we want to hang them on our wall. Maybe we want to put them in a binder. Oh, that's okay. Just want something that looks nice. And your definition of looking nice is probably different than mine. That's what I like about coloring. Everybody can have their own unique ideas on how they want to color something, and it will be just as good as somebody else's. There is no right or wrong in coloring. There, I like that. I like that a lot. Now let's get it in the light a little bit. There, can you see that? Go away, Mr. Fly. Now, let's do some pumpkins, huh? Gotta get out some colors. Oh. I need to sharpen a pencil. Warning, I'm sharpening a pencil. There we go. Well, let's get this one sharp too. All right. And all I have is a little handheld sharpener. Get them anywhere. They're cheap. It runs on batteries. All right. Now we are going to brighten the green stem up just a little bit with some chartreuse. Chartreuse. Boy, that's a hard one to say. Then we're going to put just a little bit, oops, need this one sharpened too. A little bit of that brown on the end here. And a little bit here in the middle. There we go, something like that. Cute little pumpkin stems. All right. Let's start with some mineral orange. A little bit of yellowed orange. Maybe a little bit of orange. Right on the tippy tops here. Now over here, let's start with a little Spanish orange. Because pumpkins don't have to be the same color. Mist of light. little goldenrod maybe. And then we're going to finish it off with a little yellowed orange. I like the bright, happy yellowed orange. That's one of my favorite colors. There we go. Maybe that's what that pumpkin looks like. All right. Put these down for a little bit. Now we have a beautiful tree trunk here. Let's see. This is the box that I'm looking in. It's a handful of colors that I really like, that I regularly color with. I know, it'd be easier if I had a box for every color, wouldn't it? That's all right. Let's start off with a little light umber. I tend to work light to dark. Sometimes I'll work dark to light. Most often I go light to dark. It's easier to darken than it is to lighten it up. Go away, Mr. Fly. Let's put a little dark umber under here. Give it a little bit of a shadow. That way the pumpkins aren't floating in space. A little bit of that dark umber around the edge. There we go, something a bit like that. Let's bring it down a little bit. This is a case of going from dark to light because I already had the dark one in my hand. It does not matter. It really doesn't. Do something like that. You flies today. You must be liking that it's not so hot either. Come in with a little dark brown. Gonna need to get some more wood on the fire here in a minute. Stir the fire. But that's okay. Here in a minute, we're gonna have to get up and stretch anyway. There we go. Now then, I'm going to get up and, well, let me get these put down real quick. I'm going to get up and poke around on the fire there for a minute. I'm going to go get me another drink. If you're watching this, this is your reminder to get up and stretch. Remember, work out your fingers too. Give them a break. Be kind to your hands. All right. Sorry about bumping the camera there, guys. I'm just getting a drink here. Shoo, fly, shoo. Go away. Boy, he's stubborn, isn't he? All right. Now we're going to continue working on this little stump right here. Check our pencils. This one could be sharpened a little, so sharpening a pencil. I say that because I scared somebody one day with sharpening a pencil without warning them. So, oh, we'll do one more. Sharpening a pencil. Now we're going to warm it up a little bit with a little bit of sienna brown. It's got a little bit of red in it. Just a little bit here and there. Oh, I hope you can hear the birds. I'll come in with a little bit of that light umber. Ooh, the fire's very warm now. It's going good. If you didn't know, back in January, I hurt this index finger. I had a cat bite wound on my finger, and it doesn't work right all the time. I was bitten by a cat. It's got a scar there, and it doesn't work right, so I tend not to use it. So I haven't read any books for a minute, guys. It's not that I don't want to. I'm having trouble turning the pages and holding the book at the same time. And I promise as soon as I can get to it, I'll be back to reading books every week for you. I just need a little more time. And for those who don't know, I do have a series called Auntie Reads. It's specifically for the younger kids, where you can sit down and read a book with your kids and me. I encourage you to go to your local library. If you don't have the book, check it out. Local libraries are a wonderful resource. There we go, that's looking pretty gnarly. I do all the voices and all the facial expressions. Great to get the young ones interested in reading. There's a playlist on my page. And that specifically is geared towards them. My coloring and my farming simulator, I call them family friendly. I do not use any foul language, and I try to stick to topics little kids may not necessarily understand, but it's nothing to be offended about either or get upset about. I don't talk about anything controversial. Well, unless you think debating what brown is right is controversial. I try to keep it available for the whole family. All right. Let's go in and darken a little bit these knots here. Got a little chocolate going on. A few little dark spots in here. Darken things up a bit where they should be. We need more family-friendly content. We do. We need more PG-rated content that anybody could watch. Maybe you have a grandma that likes to color. Hey, I know some older people that like to color. I'm older. I'm over 50. I love to color. like that. I need to sharpen a pencil. Hi, TK. How are you doing today? I got involved coloring. I'm just going to take this little ginger root and kind of blend everything together. Maybe not everything, but do a little blending here. Give it more of a little painterly look. We want to keep it a little rough though because it is wood. We don't need a smooth texture on this wood. It's a chunk of wood, you know. So I want to be able to feel the bark when I look at it. You know what I mean? How are you doing today, TK? You have to bear with me as I can't look at my screen and color at the same time, so might be a little bit of a delay. I am not that talented to be able to read and color at the same time. I tried to up here and I made a boo-boo. That's all right. We don't have to be perfect in our coloring. Point is to have some fun. There we go. Just smooth that out a little bit. You can also use a colorless blender to do this with. You could use a different light brown. You could do a cream if you wanted. You could do it white. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. We're going to come back in with this dark umber, darken a few things up. Maybe make it just a little bit darker around the rim here. There we go. I like that. Here, I'll hold it up a little bit. Can you see that? I'm not so good at holding it up. Do we need to go this way? No, we need to go the other way. Uh-oh, there goes the paper towel. Can't have that happen. Anyway, little tree stump, little pumpkins. Now I'm going to give him where did it go? Here we go. Sharpening a pencil. I'm going to give him purple doors. Oh, throwing our fire. I have to go fix the fire here in a minute. And we're going to come in with that, let's do the dark brown. Yeah, let's do the dark brown. Fill these little gaps in right here. Get around the door frame here. And then sharpening a pencil. It's getting shorter and shorter, the indigo blue. Make the hinges and the door handle a little indigo blue. I do not often use black. It's not my favorite color. Uh-oh, tip broke. But if you want to use black, oh, there we went again. Black for the hinges and the little doorknobs, you go for it. All right, get that off of there. Whoopsies, dropped a pencil, broke it. It's all right. Let me pick it up though before I forget. Maybe if I can reach it. All right, there we go. All right, now then, just like up here, we're going to put a little yellow. I'll sharpen a pencil. I'll put just a little yellow light right in here. This is a little canary yellow. Give that nice little warm glow inside. There we are. I like that. Now then, put this set of pencils down. And we're going to need our grays again. We're also going to need, because I like this combination, sharpening a pencil. Sharpening a pencil. One more. Alright. And we're going to need, where did it go? Alright, good deal. These little pathways here, we're going to do that next. I'm going to start off with a little warm gray. %. Then we're going to come in with a little of the cool gray 90. A little bit around the edges here, just to darken them up a little bit. We're going to take some periwinkle and just hit the tops of the stones. Because I like the way that looks. Here, let me hold it up there. See if you can see that. Go over a little bit, I think. Wrong way. There we go. I have to wait a few seconds for the stream to catch up so I can see what you're looking at. Sorry, guys. I'm still new at this. It's easier than zooming the camera. I'll get it. There we go. Anyway, makes it for a cute little pathway right there. And back here, we're going to put in a little of that green ochre. A little dirt on the path. About like that. Now we're going to work our way around this way. We're going to put in some more green ochre. Whoops. Got one. A little of that kelp. Just a little bit of the dark green. And a little bit of that moss. There we go. And we're going to do this pathway the same way we did the other one. Start off with a little warm gray. Oh, I forgot to fix the fire. Let's do that real quick. Go. Yeah, move the camera. Get a drink. Today's drink of choice is Hawaiian Punch, by the way. I am not sponsored or endorsed by Hawaiian Punch. I'm not even endorsed by Karen Myers, whose book this is. Let's review that real quick. Give credit where credit is due for the beautiful work. The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic by Karen Myers. You can buy it on Amazon. It's an adorable book. She has a whole bunch of books out. Again, one of these days we'll do this pretty map. Ancient Oaks Academy. There is a tutorial on how to do that on my page, if you want to watch that. Autumn Ridge Acres. I love the little snail here. Blazing Barrens Fireside, and at some point we will go in and darken the background on this. That's just a lot of work. And I'd rather focus on coloring the object, quite honestly. Here is Bumble's abode with a very pretty wisteria that we put in. Of course, little Bumble over here. And the pet Spot. I'm assuming a dog, but I don't see a dog. But I'm assuming Spot is the dog. And we're here on Camp Equinox or Equinox. Oh, and I marked on that page. First page we did in the book was Sunnyvale Acorn because I wanted to do the sunflowers. And how I did the sunflowers is also on my page. Hi TK, how you doing today? Now I can't glance. Oh, the sun went away behind the clouds. I can't always glance over when I'm coloring, so it takes me a minute. Because I can't do two things at once. Whoa. Apparently today I can't even sit on my stool right. I just about fell off my stool. We don't want that to happen. All right. Warm gray, 50%. How you doing today, TK? I saw that you and Hillbilly got a page picked out. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Go. We're outside by the campfire today. I do have a fan on me because it is a little warm out here. But I wanted to be outside today because it was the nicest day we've had in a minute, except for yesterday. But I wasn't online yesterday. I'm glad to hear you're doing well today. I'm doing all right. I had a little problem when I first started with my sinuses and my pneumonia, but I'm doing all right now. Had to get more to drink. Today's my last day of antibiotics, so I'm hoping it finishes kicking it in the butt. Who gets pneumonia in the middle of summer? I tell you what. I think it was the weather, though. It was cold and rainy, and then it turned hot, humid, rainy, muggy, yucky. I think my body just said, oh no, that's enough for you. All right, little warm gray. Well, that cool gray 90. You have plenty to drink. And drinking lots of fluids. And we're going to come in with that periwinkle. And just give a splash of color on the tops. Right like that. Yes, I was in the hospital. I was in there twice in the emergency room. And then the other day, my mom went in the hospital as well. They said that she was a little dehydrated. But other than that, they couldn't find anything wrong with her. She doesn't have pneumonia. But yes, I was in the ER twice with the pneumonia before they figured out that that's what was wrong with me. I couldn't breathe. My chest was acting funny. The whole 9 yards. Of course, when you go in the ER, the first thing they test you for is a heart attack. Well, I didn't have a heart attack. Whoops, I did just spill my drink, though. Good for me. So the second time I went in, they did a chest x-ray, and that's when they found the pneumonia the next day. So they got me on antibiotics and they're getting me right again. So I've been very, very tired, very exhausted, been sleeping a lot. But, you know, when something comes on suddenly and you don't feel good, especially when it's in your chest at my age, you know, I'm over 50, you got to go get it checked out right away. All right, let's see here. Grab our greens. And we're working with moss green, green ochre, dark green, and kelp green. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool looking? Looks like Wolverine. Look, we make shadows. Go away, fly, go away. We're having fun with shadow puppets. I love coloring outdoors. Thank you, TK. I appreciate that. All right, 1 second here. Did I hit the right button? Oh, no, I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. Ah! Turn off. How do I turn it off? I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to fix it. Oh no, I messed something up. Hold on. How do I get it off? There we go. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. I pushed the wrong button on the camera. That was fun. Don't hit that button again. All right. Hey, the sun came back. And the flies. Go away, Mr. Flies. We don't need you around here. Oh, look at that, right in the sunshine. Right, today is very nice. If I can be outside, I will be. I do have the fan on, though. Start with a little moss green to fill in this grass here. A little bit up on the path too. A little bit of dark green. But I live outdoors year round, so I'm more used to the heat than most people. A little kelp green, maybe. Now we've got this cute little apple down here. I don't know if you can see that with the way the light is hitting, but we're gonna color the little apple leaf. Gonna put a little chartreuse on it. A little on the stem. A little of that green ochre here. Gonna get out the permanent red. Probably kind of hard to see because of the light right now. And we're going to come in with some crimson red. Darken it up just a little bit. There we go. Now we got a nice little fun red apple down there. Right about like that. A little bit of that green ochre down here. Ooh, hello. The log moved in the fire. Yeah, let's put a little Prussian in here. Prussian's a little bit darker than the dark green, I think. It's called Prussian green. Got a little bit of a blue undertone to it. Moss green. A little bit like that. Do the stem on the pumpkin. That's that chartreuse color. A little green ochre. That one needs sharpened. That's all right. About like that. Whoops. And grab our oranges here. We live on the same property. She lives in the house and I live outside in the RV. So I can keep a close eye on her. She's 78 years old. And she's watching the stream too. She likes watching me color. All right, we're gonna grab our oranges here. I think we're gonna start off. Let's start with the goldenrod. I'm gonna sharpen it real quick. Sharpening a pencil. I like being outdoors. When my mother was younger, she lived outdoors a lot. Used to sleep outdoors, so I get it naturally. We used to go camping a lot when I was a kid. I'd rather be outdoors where I am. And I say outdoors even though I have an RV because I'm not enclosed in the RV. The door is open almost year round. I've got the windows open right now, you know. I don't have any air conditioning or anything like that in it yet. I might not either. I might just stick with my fans. I'm not a big fan of air conditioning. I know I'm weird. I do like a fan going though. I like the breeze. A little bit something like that. If I can at all possible be outdoors, I'm outdoors. And I've always been that way. I do not like being cooped up. Well, I like kayaking. I like to get out on the water. I do not like the flies, but hey, I can't do anything about them. All right. That was just a little goldenrod there. Gonna come in with a little Spanish orange. It brightens it up a little bit. And then just a little bit of the yellowed orange. I like that. Well, hello, Artistic Biker. No, this is not one of mine. On Tuesdays, let me show you. We work from this book from a lady named Karen Myers, The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic. Oh, I wish this was mine. She does beautiful work, beautiful work. Let me show you some of the pages that we've colored. I started off here on Sunnyvale Acorn because of the sunflowers. She has a phenomenal coloring book library. She had so many books to pick from. Took me hours to decide which one I was going to do. I believe she's on Etsy, but I know for a fact she's on Amazon. I think she's got like 20 books. I don't know. I don't even know. How about that? I didn't even count them. But she's got a lot of books. And the fun part, see, she's got all these series of books. She's got a novel out of Quest of Shards and Secrets. she's built this entire world, which is what I am working on doing in my books, is building my entire own world. Right, right. I love coloring sunflowers, whether they're mine or not. But she's created this entire universe, and I love it. Her drawings are very whimsical and right up my alley. Here's Ancient Oaks Academy, and I did a demo on how to do that background. I'm not in general a fan of backgrounds, but you know, she's got these cute little characters here. Look at these little acorns down here. Can you see those? I'll even lift them up. Here, let's see if you can see those. Anyway, darling little acorns. Here is Autumn Ridge Acres. I love the little snail and the little look on his face. Yes, the human heads of the acorns. And then she got the little glowworm over here. I mean, it's just adorable. It is absolutely cute and whimsical, and I love it. I love her work. So on Tuesdays, we've been coloring in this book. There's Blazing Baron's Fireside. And this one we colored out by the fire too. Right? I'm telling you, this lady needs a publishing contract. She does. She deserves it. She's got such the imagination. I love her drawings. I love her work. She also does wood burning, where she puts these designs on different pieces of wood. They're just gorgeous. She's on Facebook, the Mythical Lands of Klynnadra. Oh, what's her name? Now I got to look it up. Hang on. If you look up Karen Myers, you'll find her. Let me get it here, though. I've shared her work on my page before. If you go to my page, you'll find it, Jonathan. I always try to tag her. Of course, it's taking its time. Oh, well. Here we got Bumble's Abode with a cute little bumblebee and a nice, pretty wisteria. And now we are on Camp Equinox. The one thing I like about this book is it's a duplicate book. So if you don't like what you did the first time, you get a second chance. All the drawings are in here twice. So that's what I love about it. Just a great, great book. So this summer, that's what we're working on every Tuesday. Giving some free promotion to Karen Myers because she is awesome. I wish we had more people drawing like her. She draws by hand. I love it, love it, love it. She doesn't pay me to say that either, by the way. And I don't really know her, except for me telling her, hey, I really love your work. She has popped in to chat a few times. But I don't know what on a personal level, and I haven't known her very long. So, the smokestack next. And I think we're going to make it gray. Come in with a little warm gray here. I'd imagine it's some kind of metal. A little cool gray on the outside. I am not a heavy-handed colorist when it comes to coloring. I like the lighter look. I know a lot of people obliterate their pages. I am not one of them. I want to see the artist drawing. I want to see their lines. To me, coloring is a collaborative effort. Of course, we're playing in and out of the sunshine here with the flies. And I love coloring books as much as I love making them too. Matter of fact, I probably like coloring them more than I like making them. Both are fun. Both are fun. I am working on a cat book. It should be out in October. Just darken that up a little bit. Just real simple. I try not to make it too complicated. Now Friday, I'll start working in my own books. Like I did last Friday for the 4th of July. These are 2 of the days of the week that I've got time to sit down and do this. Oh yes, the flies, so I can color with a friend. Ha ha ha. No, she usually doesn't, TK, because she is in a wheelchair and on oxygen full time. Occasionally we color in the house together though. She's very, very sick. So she doesn't come outside very often, but I do go in, and sometimes we sit in the living room and color. Been a minute, but we have done that before. She has been outside, but it's been a minute since we colored outside together. But she is watching. She loves to watch. So, hi, Mama. I love you. I don't know if she's got her volume on or not. Sometimes she turns it off because I get annoying to her. No, I'm kidding. My mama loves me, and I love my mama. All right, there we go. Nice little stove. I can talk today. Stove stack right there. Just 2 colors. Put a little color in there. Now we get to the fun part. We get to this awesome, awesome wagon. I believe that's, some more wisteria, some more pretty flowers there. Of course, we've got flowers down here. Got a little acorn light up here. Nice deck. So we're going to tackle this next. And grab some colors here. Moms are fantastic. What would we do without them? I don't know. I don't want to find out. I really don't. All right, we're going to put some purple in here first. This is Parma Violet. Then we're going to come in with a little... No, I don't want that one. That's the wrong one. Oops, glad I noticed. Hang on, I gotta find it. Oh, it's in my hand already. Ah, little Imperial Violet here. And then we're going to come in with a little of that kelp green and just add in a few of these leaves. Right over the purple. We just want to give it, the image of a bunch of wisteria. We don't need every little detail here. Just enough so that your imagination knows, hey, those are flowers. There we go. Like that. Everybody stop and take a drink. Yes, they are. Parents are wonderful people. We wouldn't be here if they weren't. Ha ha ha. All right, and again, we've got a light or a window here. Put a little bit of that canary yellow in here. Just to give it a little glow. Maybe a little down on the windowsill here. Around the outside. I'll start with some light umber in here. You know, the Artistic Biker goes live every day, guys. Every morning, 5:30 a.m. Texas time. If you're up at that hour, please stop by his channel. He does coffee and sketching every morning. He's got the best factoids, lots of artistic hints and tips for you. And he's a wonderful person with a great sense of humor. And I've been proud to call him my friend for years and years now. And today he celebrated 100 days of getting up every morning, early in the morning, jumping out of bed and arting with his buddies. I make it sometimes, but that's awfully early for me. A little bit of dark brown in here. I made it this morning. We had a party. He even had a party hat on. Because, wow, what a celebration. 100 days every day getting up. Even Saturday and Sunday. Every day, arting. He inspires me to keep going. He inspired me to start doing this every week. Now, I can't do it every day like he can. I'm not there yet. I've got, other things going on in my life. But twice a week now I get out and I color. And I do it live in front of all of y'all. And it's only because Jonathan inspired me to get up off my duff and do it. If he can do it every day, I can do it twice a week. All right, now we got a nice little cute window there. Oh, you've done that too? Looking for the pencil and it's right there in your hand? Oh yes, hydration, drink. Take a drink, everybody. I don't know how many times I've done that. As well, I have a bad habit. Well, I used to. I don't have it quite so much anymore. When I'd have a ponytail up, I'd put my pencils in my ponytail or my brushes, and then I'd forget they were there. And then I'd go out in public like that. And people would ask me, oh, are you an artist? Yeah, how'd you know? Well, you got a brush in your hair. Whoopsies! Yep, I've done that. All right. A little bit of that light umber right here. I used to do that all the time. I don't use ponytail holders much anymore. I tend to use a clip to hold my hair up. So I don't do it quite as often as I used to. But yeah, I was looking for that pencil and it was right here in my hand. I group my colors together when I'm working. And I hold them in the other hand. Because it's easier than digging them out each time. So I try to group them together as I'm working. Yes, Jonathan's beautiful young bride is an art teacher. God love her. Really. She's phenomenal. Yes, enjoy your parents every day while they're here. That's right. Ah, go away, bug. Enjoy your family as often as you can. They're everything in this world. Friends too. You know, that's why I get up and support Jonathan when I can. He's been my friend now for many, many years. I love his family. His family's awesome. They all got the same sense of great humor. Like laughing about having the pencil in my hand. Because that's funny. Looking for the pencil and it's right there in your hand. Done it way too many times. And I love how she's got this mix. It's not quite a grayscale, but it's not. It's more than a regular drawing, but not quite a grayscale. And I love the effect that it has once you put color over it. We're going to turn the page a little bit here. Could you imagine if Karen came and sat in my campfire? That would be crazy. I think I would forget how to color if that happened. I love her work so much. I'm such a fangirl. It's terrible. But I am. I think her work is adorable. Hi, Callie. Callie, my cat, has come to say hello again. Yeah, hi, baby. I'm busy right now. Give me a little bit. I promise I will play with you in a little bit. Kind of got my hands full right now. Because even just that little bit right there, now that reads as wood. Now, who is this person? I don't quite understand your question, Thomas. I'm sorry, TK. Arrows on a battlefield, right? I color every day. I just don't do it live every day. Now, the artistic biker gets up every day and does it live. He sketches out a different object from the random morgifier. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But he's got this machine and it's got these eggs in it, and every day he picks out a random toy and he sketches it every day. It's awesome to watch. Now that would make me nervous, sketching live every day. I like coloring in front of other people though. That doesn't bother me. But sketching, I don't know that I could do that every day. So in my eyes, he's very, very brave. And has a lot of skill. That takes a lot of skill to get up and do that every day. It's fun watching him too and listening to what he has to say about everything. He researches all of his subjects, gives us some cool facts. Like today we learned all about carrots and that they come in all these different colors, and how they once thought they were medicinal because they made certain people's mouths tingle, and how Mel Blanc, is that his name? I think that's his name. The voice of Bugs Bunny was actually allergic to carrots. So you'll have to listen to his video from this morning to get all the factoids. I shared it on my page if you're looking for it. easy to find. There, I like that. Now we're gonna bring that chocolate. Oh, hi, Mama. Hey, everybody. This is my Mama. Mama, these are my friends TK and Jonathan, the artistic biker. The artistic biker, he's the one that I was up for early this morning in his stream. He did carrots this morning. Gonna bring a little of that chocolate color in there. Now, flies, you're really bothering me. Just give that a little warmth up there with that chocolate. I love this color. Reminds me of a Hershey bar. Milk chocolate Hershey bar. And then we'll come in with a little dark brown. Oops. She likes it when I put my stream on in the kitchen, so every time she goes out in the kitchen, she'll look up and see what I'm working on. So I put it on in there for her. By the way, 60% of YouTube viewers now view from a television set. Did you all know that? 60%. That is a crazy statistic. But that's what happened when they brought out the smart TVs. So. I know a lot of this is hard to see because of the lighting out here. I will take a picture of it and post it up on my page when we're done for the day. Oh yes, that's the artistic biker, TK. 100 days. 100 days of getting up every morning before the crack of dawn even, and getting up and sketching. And there's a link to his video from this morning on my page. Everybody get a drink. Everybody hydrate. Oh, look at the sunshine. Look at the beautiful sunshine through the leaves. Everybody put your pencils down for a minute. Stretch out your fingers. Oh, hello, Mr. Ant. Thank you. Go away. Stretch your legs. Oh. Resituate. Earlier, Jonathan, you missed it. We were playing shadow puppets here with the pencils. And I said I look like Wolverine. Now y'all know why I like to color outside. Oh, all right. Let's get back to it. That light umber. It's more fun to color outside. You get to play with all the light and shadows. You know, when you're inside all the time, you don't have as much play, I don't think. Um, the sun isn't coming and going, and you're not having to readjust and look and move your paper so much. And then outside, you get to play, you know, puppet shadows here. You know, I gotta have my sense of humor, and I gotta play. It keeps us young at heart, makes us laugh. And then when the sun goes behind the clouds, then suddenly you can't see anymore. A bit of that dark brown in here. I try not to make coloring complicated. You know, it should be fun. You should have a laugh. You should be enjoying yourself. It should be relaxing, and you know, it can be intense at times, sure, but for the most part, I think you should be having fun. Play around with your colors. You know, don't be afraid to make mistakes. You know, in this book especially, you know, there's 2 copies of everything. If you don't like it, do it again. And coloring books are cheap anyway. If you really hate it, buy a new book. You know, use up your supplies. Don't be afraid to use what you bought yourself. You know, if you I enjoy good artwork too, and I collect quite a few coloring books, but I realized along the way I wasn't ever coloring in them. Well, I stopped doing that. If I want a pristine book, I'll order another one. You know? Buy the books, color in them. Have some fun. Dark brown. Time for a plug. If anybody didn't know, I have 3 books myself available on Amazon. Ivy's Magical Adventures, Ivy's Sunflower Spectacular, and Ivy's Peculiar Patterns. That's a mouthful. The one coming out in October should be Ivy's Fantastic Felines. That's the working name that I've given it. And yes, Callie will be in the book. It's about 80 degrees right now. That's why we've got a fire going. But I do have a fan on me too. You know, it was 60 this morning. It's about, let me see, what is it? Oh, I can't look. Yes, I can, right here. Currently, it is 81 degrees. 84 degrees, sorry. And it's probably about 90 where I'm sitting next to the fire. But I'll see, the sun went behind the clouds again. But I wanted to sit by the fire today because it's not stupidly hot. It is a little warm, but not so warm that we can't have a fire. Again, all I'm using is that light umber. So yeah, it's turned out to be a beautiful day. My nephew came over for a little bit. Got some chores done. I'll probably want to nap after this, but that was a great stream this morning. It really was a lot of fun. And that's the other thing. Support your friends as often as you can. You know, if you're going to watch some YouTube, sit down, put your friends' stuff on. Watch it a million times. Make some comments. Tell other people how awesome they are. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of your time. That's how you support your friends. It doesn't have to be... Now, money is nice. Don't get me wrong. I have a Patreon account. You're welcome to go join and support me monthly. Money is nice. However, the support I get from my friends is invaluable. You can't put a price tag on that. All right. Put a little bit of brown back there. That's that light umber. Dark brown. Darken a few things up a bit. And toss in a little bit of that chocolate. Okay, now you mosquito can go away. We ain't gonna be having no mosquitoes here now. Flies are annoying. I don't like the ants, but those mosquitoes. Hey, leave me alone. All right, I gotta pull my bandana over my ears. No mosquitoes allowed in my ears. I don't know where he went. Anyway, warm things up just a little bit, maybe like that. See, we can't do shadow puppets now. The sun went away. But that's what the trailer is looking like, or this little wagon here. I like the looks of that. Now down here on the wheels, or on the wheel, I'm going to start with a little dark umber. Just like we did down here on the stump. They're dirty, they're near the ground. So we're going to make it darker. And then we're just going to put a hint of that dark brown in here. There we go. A little bit something like that. Take that umber, do the axle, and I'm gonna go put another log on the fire. One moment. It's because I'm so sweet, that's why they want me. I tell you what, the smoke is not keeping them away today. Everybody take a drink. Again, today's drink of choice is Hawaiian Punch. What I do is I freeze the bottle about half full with water, and then I pour from the other bottle, and it makes it ice cold. Give it a little shake, in about 2 seconds, you got a nice ice cold drink. All right, let's get another piece of wood on the fire. Let's fix the fire. Sorry about the camera. Ah. There we go. Oh. Oh, of course not. All right. There we go. Camera's gonna move. Whoa. Now we don't need to tip the camera. But once you see my setup later, you'll understand why. Now all y'all go away. We're coloring. All right. Now we got the fire going good. Right around the edge here, I'm going to take that dark umber, fill it in here. Come in with a little bit of that dark brown. Go away. We've got a little tiny candle in here. Add a little bit of this yellow in here. A little bit something like that. That's canary yellow. A little bit more. Just for funsies, there we go. Now we're going to come in. Go away. A little bit of that, oops, sienna brown. A little bit something like that. All right, Jonathan, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll catch you on the flip side. You know it. The light umber. Gonna sharpen this pencil real quick. Whoops. I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of that light umber then. Just a little bit. Just around the edges here. A little bit over here. Put that sienna, sienna, right here on the acorn top. Like that. I'm going to grab that imperial violet. Take this and make it violet, because why not? That looks lovely. Just a tad bit, so tiny you can't even see it. A little Parma. We're going to come around the door with that light umber. For anyone who doesn't get the reference, to catch someone on the flip side, there used to be these things called records way back in the day. And there was an A side and the B side. And if you really liked somebody or liked what you were listening to, you flipped it over to the B side to see what was on the B side. The A side, of course, was usually more popular. But the B side also had interesting music on it that you couldn't miss. And so that's why I tell people I'm going to catch you on the flip side now, because sometimes I'm in front of the camera and sometimes I'm not. So when I say I'll catch you on the flip side, that means I'll see you probably in your next stream or the next time you visit me, you know, catch you the next time. But I call it catch you on the flip side. I hate goodbyes, so that's what I say. Catch you on the flip side. And I've said it for so many years that I've got other people saying it now too, so. And we're going to come in with a little bit of that Parma and do the hinges again. Just because I like this combination. With a tad bit of the Imperial. There we go on that. And around the side here, I did not forget. We're going to come in with the dark umber. Looks like a little target here. I don't know what it is. Piece of wood. A little bit of that dark brown. And then we're going to bring in a little bit of that ginger root. And a little bit of that light umber. Maybe we should have put a bullseye on there. There we go. We got a bullseye on there now. Ha ha ha. How fun, huh? Oh. Put down the pencils for a minute. Stretch out your fingers. Take a drink. Stand up, sit down, rah, rah, rah. Stretch out. Let me hold this up closer to the camera so you can see it. What we did on the front here, I really like the way the front turned out here. Can you see that? There. Oh, right in a little sunshine too. I think that turned out pretty cool so far. I go this way. I like that. Oh. A cool gray 90 on the step. Water collects on the top of logs when they're outside. Oops, missed that one right there. So we're going to start with the little cool gray on here. Give it a little bit of a weathered look. A little bit of a shadow here. I hear the train coming. That sounds like to me. Maybe not. Very well. Do a little bit like that. Go away. Back here. Yeah, let's do chocolate. Come in with some chocolate. Yum, yum, yum. A little chocolate in the wood. About like that. And come back in with the light umber. Just a hint. We'll make these boards, start with the light umber. Yep, there's a train. Little cool gray 70. Because I'd imagine the boards are a little weathered. Going very fast. Wow. Little chocolate. Little light umber. Maybe a little bit of that gray. Right down the middle here. Bit of that gray down here. Just a touch of that light umber. Wonder what the train is doing. I can't see it from here. I can hear it, but it's on the other side of the tarps, so I don't know what it's doing. There we go. Now we have a cute little wagon there. How about that? Oh, Grizzy's howling, huh? Grizzy's one of my mama's puppies. I bet he did not like that train. Well, welcome back, Jonathan. Welcome back to the Artistic Biker. And welcome back to my mama. No, I can imagine he doesn't like it. He does not like the trains. I'll hold this up here so you can see what I've done. How's that? That's where we're at so far. Let's turn it this way a little bit. There we go. All right, we're gonna go up here and do the evergreen tree in the back. We're gonna mute it a little bit though. Start off with a little espresso. I'm guessing it's an evergreen tree. Heck, I don't know. But we don't need it bright green. Maybe it's an unknown tree. Maybe it's a tree that only exists in her world. I don't know. You can make your tree any color you want. I'm going to put in a little espresso first. I'm going to sharpen a pencil. And I'm going to come in with this fun color called artichoke. It's a yellow, green, brown color. Alright, fly is not on my glasses. Bob Ross always drew happy little trees. Remember Bob Ross? You can watch him all the time. You can watch him for free these days, just like back in the old days. Watch him online. Watch him right here on YouTube even. Watch him paint his happy little trees. What a great man he was. One of the reasons why I became an artist. I watched a lot of Bob Ross when I was a kid. And then we're going to come in. Nope, I don't want that one. I want... Where did it go? All right, I don't have it in my hand this time. All right, I'm glad to get to hang with your besties today. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Flies like it too. All right, we're going to come in here with a little bit of that moss then and green up the tips. Just to give it a little hint of green. Again, we are in autumn. And although, you know, evergreens are evergreen, maybe this isn't an evergreen tree. We're going to pretend it's an autumn colored tree. That's the nice thing about coloring is it's your own world. You can make anything any color you want. Well, I hear an airplane. Wonder if it's related to the train. A lot of times I'll notice that an airplane or a helicopter will go by and then a train will come by. So I think they're related. often say I paint with my pencils. And I think that's true. I think my pencils are just watercolors in solid form. I do not know anybody else who colors like I do. That is for sure. And oh, I missed this one down here. How could I do that? Where'd the artichoke go? I missed this little branch right here. And then from July 5th on is Halloweeny season. That's right. That's right. And she's got these little, I don't know, these little dots in here. Oh, we're going to sharpen it. Sharpening a pencil. So we're going to darken these little dots up a little bit. Maybe they're pine cones. I love autumn. Autumn is my favorite season. That's why I got this book. I mean, I like summer because you can go kayaking, but it gets really hot anymore. And other than the beach and kayaking, well, growing the garden. Growing the garden's fun too. Oops. Get off of there. But really, when fall comes around and the humidity breaks, that is just so nice. And so pretty with all the colors changing. And then, yes, Halloween. Where anything goes. Halloween is the fun, spooky season. It'll probably take me till Halloween to get this done. Talking about the book. See that? We can even do some on the stem here. Darken that up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Fun little happy tree. Right like that. I like that. I don't think anybody wants to see me in a insulated scuba suit. No. I suppose I could, but let's not. Let's not say we did. Hi, FS, how you doing today? Once the water gets below 50, I'm out. Yes, I could get warmer clothing, and I probably will one of these days. I do want to do a polar bear plunge or a polar bear paddle on New Year's Day one of these days. I will definitely need gloves and socks for that at least. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I am getting better. I really am. It's I'm on my last day of antibiotics now, finally. I'm going to finish up under the wagon here with a little moss green. How have you been today, FS? Add in a little bit of kelp for some variety here. You know, we're not here to see the grass, but we don't want it boring either. It's all part of the picture. But it doesn't need to be too detailed. That's not the focus of the picture. Of course, as always, we'll have our crystals to do down here. Good, I'm glad to hear that. On every page in this book, there are crystals to color. That's one of those little details that I like about this book. We'll put in a little dark green. Just for funsies. We're going to throw in a little Prussian too here in a minute. Just for fun. Don't know what that was. Come back with some moss. And I don't want to go too dark around here because we're going to give it a glow effect around the crystals here. So I want to leave some breathing room to bring some brightness there. And yes, this part is intentionally boring. It's not the focus. The grass isn't the focus of this piece. The wagon's the focus. And it's beautiful. Got a nice little glow going on there. Bring in a little kelp. Oh, I don't know what that was. Oh, the fun acorn leaf. I think we're going to leave the acorn leaf for next week. Because we definitely won't get this done today. Usually takes me 2 weeks to finish up one of her pages. There are just not enough hours in the day. Never are. That's about as far over as we're going to take the grass. Now then, we have a bunch of little flowers in here. Let's get out. We'll pull out a few colors here. Oh, my butt is starting to go to sleep. Stretch a minute. Oh. Fire got a little smoky. Must have hit some wet wood. Wet wood. That's all right. Maybe it'll make the flies go away. All right. We'll take that little canary yellow, put in some little yellow centers here where I see them. They're real tiny. We'll put in a little pink. Again, they're very, very tiny here. I don't know how she drew this small. We'll put in a little red. This is a Crimson Lake. Star lilies right here. Whoops. Woohoo! Runaway pencil. I'll put in a little Spanish orange. We're going to grab that periwinkle if I can find it. Where did I put you? All right, hang on. We got to find Perry. No, it isn't in my fingers. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. All right, all right, all right. Y'all should see my other part of my table over here. It's a mess. All right, we're going to put in a little periwinkle here. And a little dahlia purple. we're going to come in and we're going to sharpen. We're going to sharpen the Prussian. I'm going to fill in with some green. There we go, about right like that. It could be she drawed it bigger and scaled it down for print. That's going to be my guess, because whoa, that's detailed. Yes, the part on screen is all nice and pretty, and then over here is all the mess. But a lot of people like to see the mess too. Sometimes I show it, sometimes I don't. Depends on my mood that day. And really, it's just a bunch of pencils hanging out. Roughly sorted by color. All right, now we need... Yeah, we're going to bring this down here. I'll come in with a little espresso, believe it or not. Just put a little shadow in here and leave the white of the paper. I'm going to pretend it's an old white picket fence around there. Well loved, well loved. That's what you call that. A little bit like that. All right, we're going to get out the orange. Oops, we need to put in a little Prussian right here. We're going to put a little Prussian right there. A little dark umber. We're going to start with some orange here. Then some yellow to orange. Make this one nice and bright. A little bit of that goldenrod. There we go. And where are you at? Not that one, not that one. We'll anchor it with a little black grape. No floating pumpkins. I'll put a little shadow in here. Shadow back there. Around the top. Darken these lines a little bit. Why go away? There we go. We want this pumpkin here to be more interesting because we want the viewer's eyes to be drawn up that way. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. We are going to come back and add a little shadow in here too, but we don't want these ones here to overpower that one. We want this one to be the most interesting pumpkin on the entire page. This big one down here is going to be boring because we've got the nice sunflower over here. And we don't want this one to compete with the sunflower because sunflowers are awesome. And that's about half the page, and I think that's a good point to stop. So we have something to do next week. Plus my butt is asleep. So let's hold it up here. Let's hold our piece up here. Let's see if we can see this here. That's where we are on this page. Oh, we got to go back and do these little flowers up here too. Forgot about them. Oh, the sun's coming back out. Looky there. Fun stuff. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. I'm not real good with this camera yet. Hey, I'm trying. Anyway, I will take a picture of it. I will post it on my community page so that everybody can see all the details that I've done today. I really appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me today. I normally go until 5 o'clock, but I'm a little bit sore today. So we're going to go ahead and call it a day. We're at a good stopping point anyway. I appreciate everybody stopping by. On Friday, we will color out of Ivy's Sunflower Spectacular. We'll finish up that, Ivy's Magical Adventures. Oh, whatever book it's in, we're going to finish up that flag on Friday, the flag in the sunflower on Friday that we started on the 4th of July. Again, that'll be at 1 o'clock. If you're into Farming Simulator, if you want to watch a video game, you can come hang out with me on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. We play Farming Simulator on this channel because everybody needs a little more fun in their lives. And it's a great game, a fun game. I appreciate everybody coming so much today. Check out the Artistic Biker as well every morning, 5:30 a.m. Texas time. That is 6:30 a.m. in the morning, my time. He does sketch and wash every morning. He's been doing it for 100 days. We just celebrated the 100th day this morning. We had a big party. He wore a party hat, had a party horn, the whole 9 yards. Had a great time learning about carrots this morning. Every day he gives you great information about whatever subject it is he draws. He draws a different one every day. It's all random from the random morgifier. He's got this machine and it spits out an egg, and inside each egg is a little toy. And every day he sketches one of those. It's a fabulous time. Please join us when you can if you're up that early in the morning. Some people are better morning people than I am and can make it every day. I cannot. It conflicts too much with my schedule. But I do try to pop in there every chance I get. If you have any questions, leave it for me down in the comments. I'll be glad to answer any coloring questions that you might have, or recommend any books. I love recommending books as well. Again, this is The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic by Karen Myers. Wonderful, wonderful artist. You can get her books on Amazon. She's got a whole ton of them and deserves the recognition, which is why we do this every Tuesday. I do it for free and I do it for fun. I hope you all, wherever you are, you have a beautiful day, and we will catch you on the flip side. Take care now.